What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is November 13th. We are back with a full video. 8 games to go over. We're very excited about it. So, if you've never been here before, as long as we have more than 5 games, or at least 5 games, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position, which you can find in the article right here on the screen. So what I'm going to do is the link for that will be down below. The updated link to our completely free Discord is in the description as well. We also have a giveaway every single day. 2 giveaways to be exact. 2 easy ways to win completely free. All you got to do is like this video, be a YouTube subscriber, and leave a comment for the comment picker to pick you up. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus, which is a week of every single sport that we offer. So current sports is obviously NBA. We've got NFL, PGA, MMA. If this video gets at least 100 likes, you have a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a chance at a free year. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass, which we are going to give away one day. We will get 200 likes on some video, and someone will win a free $500 lifetime pass. The second way to win, somewhere in this video, I'll say a keyword, listen for said keyword, type it in there, and that's it. You could win twice every single day. So we are going to have the giveaway. We have 2 giveaways. So yesterday's video ended up getting 661 views, 44 comments, 72 likes. So the most comments we've had in a long time. So you guys have a chance to win 1 in 44 or 2 in 44 technically. So we will see who the winner is. This is the first person just for the views. Now, even if the keyword is in this one, that's only 1 win. So Leonard Nash, new person, I believe. That name doesn't sound familiar as in a winner, so congratulations. All you got to do is email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1, @gmail.com, and we will get you set up. Let me know if you have a username on the site. If you do not, let me know a username and email, and we will set you up with your free pass. Now, did have the code here, the keyword, but we're still going to re-roll it. So, Leonard, you won 1 week so far, but if it picks you here, you will win a second week. And the winner is, Brett. Brett did not have the keyword. Yeah, Jose Alvarado really messed us up the other night. He was a value pick who did not value himself into our lives. The winner, there we go, Brian Slavin. I don't believe you've ever won either. So again, email me, username and email you would like on the site. The keyword yesterday was Bluey. So we're very excited for both of you to check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Now, if you've never been here before, we go through the article that we have, and then we build a lineup on DraftKings and FanDuel. So we're very excited for all of the new faces that we've gotten in the past week. A lot of new guys. It's been awesome. Whether or not you come from the shorts, whether or not you come from the long form, let me know. Trying different things. We haven't really done shorts in the past. Been trying to just push out some shorts to see if you guys like it. It's obviously sports related. So a lot of different avenues here on YouTube. We're also on TikTok if you want to check us out over there. If I could get some followers over there, I think I need 1,000 so I could start being selling stuff or like an influencer over there. New thing for us. So, as always, the video is sponsored by Outlier.Bet. If you have not checked them out, check them out. The link is down below. Sports betting, DFS, whatever it is, we like to use it for the games. So I go into the games, we look at how they do, the spreads, the over-unders, and how they've done in these spreads or over-unders. So the green means out of the last 10, the Indiana Pacers have gotten 7 of the last 10 games have gone over 226. You really want to take players against Indy. They score a lot, and the pace of play is very high. So Orlando players make a lot of sense tonight. So you can go all the way through here. You see Boston's an 8.5-point favorite. You can see OKC is a 14.5-point favorite. So do not get screwed over by a blowout where we could see a blowout happening and then your SGA sits for the 4th quarter. So pay attention to that. We got the Knicks as an 8.5-point favorite. I love Cat for a double-double here. We've got Cleveland 12-0 for the first time since the 2016 Warriors, I believe. 9.5-point favorite. Watch that possible blowout there. But it is low over under 217.5, so that's what scares me a little bit. Detroit at Milwaukee. Milwaukee being a 5.5-point favorite. Clippers with the Rockets. Rockets being a 4.5-point favorite. You got the Spurs versus Washington. The Spurs are 9.5-point favorite. Memphis Grizzlies versus the Lakers. Lakers 6.5-point favorite. Minnesota 9-point favorite over Portland. And then Phoenix and Sacramento. Sacramento being a 7.5-point favorite. Sacramento is 6-5. Phoenix are 9-2. And Sacramento's a 7.5-point favorite. So definitely check this out. You got the Lakers and Memphis with the highest over-under of 230.5, which you want to take advantage of. So make sure you check them. The link to sign up is down below. So I'm going to put this article here. And what we do is we give projections. So these are floor projections, and these are a range of projections. These are early morning. It is 5 a.m. Very excited. I'm up early because I went to bed early, and my oldest child slept in their bed all night for the first time since in the last 2 years. It's a miracle. So we are going to have a DFS miracle, and we are going to have some fun. So what we're going to do is, it's early. There's still a ton of players that are ruled out or questionable. So again, just like yesterday, I think a lot of value is going to open up throughout the day. So definitely stick around. Check all the projections. Check the simulations we have on the site. Check our cheat sheet about 2 hours before tip-off. So, early projections for point guard. We've got SGA at 55 fantasy points. Now, I like this matchup for him. The DVP is very good for him. The probability of a blowout scares me a little bit. So, if you are paying up, I don't know if I want to pay up for him completely because of the blowout potential. But we got Brandon Ingram at 46 to 50 fantasy point range and Cade Cunningham at 45. Mid-tier for point guard today, we've got Darius Garland 37, Jalen Suggs 36, and Derek White at 34. And then some value here at point guard. Peyton Pritchard at 25, Stephen Castle 20, or Derek White, Peyton Pritchard 25, Stephen Castle 25, and Jared McCain at 23. So again, some of these value picks will open up throughout the day. We'll definitely see how they do. McCain, the past few games, last 3 games, has played 30 plus minutes. 30 plus fantasy points, the 2, in a game where they're projected to be losing. He could be a value pick at 4,500. He obviously has hit value his last 3 games, and I really like this matchup for him. So probably one of my favorite value plays of the day is Jared McCain. Moving to the shooting guard, you got Donovan Mitchell at 41 fantasy points, Jaylen Brown 39, Jordan Poole at 37. Mid-tier, we got Kobe White at 32, Norman Powell 32, and Dennis Schroeder at 31. And then some value, Amen Thompson at 23, Alex Caruso 22, and Isaiah Joe at 22. So Isaiah Joe's another one, shooting guard, should be winning this game, OKC. Played 31 minutes the last game, especially if this is a blowout like they think it's going to be. Isaiah Joe could be another value pick at 4,500. I think we're able to build a lineup here with a lot of value picks and still being able to pay up for the guys that we really want today. So I'm very excited about that. Moving to the small forward position today, actually have right now Franz Wagner projected at 47 to 50, Jason Tatum 46, Brandon Ingram 46. So Franz Wagner being 8,500, got him projected higher than Jason Tatum. Again, some things can change. The blowout potential, all of that plays a factor in this game here. I like this one because, like I said, taking Orlando players today against Indy might be the play to go. Everyone's going to pay up for Jason Tatum. Go down, pay down for Franz Wagner, almost 2,000 less. It could work out. Again, if you make multiple lineups, have different ones, but the blowout potential in some of these games, pay attention to that. Mid-tier for small forward, Cam Johnson at 32. Michael Bridges 30, and Benedict Mathurin at 30. And then some value here. You got Keldon Johnson 26, Tari Eason 24, and Aaron Wiggins at 22. Now, we've used Aaron Wiggins the past few games for value. Came through against the Clippers, played 29 minutes, 23.5 fantasy points. We did use him against Golden State, only played 18 minutes, didn't do anything for us at 17. Time before that, he was 3,600, got 26 fantasy points. Now, he's gone up a little bit, but again, blowout potential in this game. Aaron Wiggins, if you have 3 guys at 4,500 or 4,600, we might have some fun today. And then we got the power forward. Looking at power forward, Giannis is at the top of the list. Would not be surprised if he absolutely dominates. I have Giannis projected at 65 fantasy points. Not normally do we have people projected that high. I love this matchup for him. I think he gets it. Last game's coming off of 44.5. It was a down game. They won handedly there. The only problem is, Detroit's a not very good team, and he's got to be the one to score early, or it could spell disaster because of how high priced he is at 11.5. But if I'm paying up for anyone today, it is Giannis. Has he played Detroit this year? He has not played Detroit this year. Matchup-wise, you can see it's a good matchup for him. And I think he's the one that will score the most amount of points, and that's what I want to take out of this one. So that is what I'm looking at here when we are looking at overall players today. Giannis is my number one. So I've got Giannis at 65. I've got Evan Mobley at 40. I've got Pascal Siakam at 39. Mid-tier for power forward, Kyle Kuzma at 32. Caleb Martin, 27. Bobby Portis, 27. And then some value, Alex Sarr at 23. Patrick Williams and Jabari Smith Jr. at 22 fantasy points. Now we move to the center position. We've got Wemby in here. We've got Wembanyama at 55 fantasy points. He's got a good matchup here against Washington. The chance for a blowout is also there, so that is definitely something to look at. We got Karl Anthony Towns about 47 to 50 range. Alperen Şengün at 40. Mid-tier here for center, Ivica Zubac at 37. Nikola Vucevic at 35 and Miles Turner 34. And then value here at center today for Wednesday, Brook Lopez 27, Jonas Valanciunas at 24, and Mo Wagner at 24 fantasy points as well. Now, usually I don't, for the most part, don't like to pay down at center just because it's just one of those positions where I don't normally pay down. It could be today if you make multiple lineups. I am very okay with that as well. So, I did forget to mention, check out my shirt. Check out this shirt. Look at that. Let me know if you guys know who that is. Absolutely love this shirt. One of my favorite shirts. My wife got it for me for Christmas. But if you ask my oldest child, Santa watches this show and sent me this shirt for Christmas. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to build one DraftKings lineup and one FanDuel lineup. Now, early lineups can change a little bit. So luckily now you get push notifications when someone is in or out of a lineup. These are early simulations, early lineups, early everything. So that is why I tell you, check your lineups. Do not, with basketball, you can't just set it and forget it. It's not like baseball. You can't set it and forget your lineups. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a DraftKings and FanDuel lineup. But before we do that, we are going to use the promo or the keyword of Dateline. Dateline is the keyword today. Okay. If you could tell, if it seems like I have a lot of energy, it's because I went to bed at 8:15 last night. I was just exhausted, took a shower, went to bed. My kid did not wake me up because they slept in their bed. It's just been a very good day overall so far. Okay, so I think we're going to find some value today. And I think looking at this, I want to take, obviously Giannis is going to be my number one. Giannis is in there. We've got to get him in this lineup, and that's that. There's just no getting around that today, for me anyway. Okay, so for DraftKings, I think I got to get Darius Garland in there. Going up against Philly, the matchup there, they're 12-0. He's been pivotal in there. I've got to get him in there. Alex Caruso is going to be one of those under 4,500 plays that we got to get in there in a game where maybe he gets a little bit more run because they are going to be, hopefully, if it follows the game script, they're going to be just dominating New Orleans in this one. Another one is Franz Wagner. I want to get him in there. I love this matchup against him. You could focus on this game as building a stack for Orlando. Just depends on the Orlando guys that come out. If you want to build a lineup with an Orlando stack, I am completely okay with that one as well. You got Anunoby here, 5,700, a little bit cheaper option, but coming off 3 straight 35-plus fantasy point games at his price. He's now dropped down a little bit. I like this matchup for him. Under-owned, I don't mind that at all. Another one is Miles Turner. In that same game, a high-paced game, a high-scoring game, he's been putting up some good numbers here. Splits-wise, he's faced Orlando twice. Has it been twice this year already? He has. Last game against Orlando put up 39 fantasy points. And then the game before that, he put up 19.25. So he did not do very well. But he's been playing that. He only played 19 minutes in that game. Or he played 26 minutes in that game and they lost. But he's played 30-plus minutes in the last 5 games. I like this matchup for Miles Turner. He's been heating up a little bit lately. Another one is Cason Wallace. In that same game against New Orleans, it could be a blowout. He's 3,500. More of a value pick, but he allows you to pay up at the other positions that we want, such as Giannis today. So Giannis is my forward. And now we're at 3,100 for utility. Not a ton of room to move and maneuver. So you got to find some value down here that maybe we look at. So people might see Kolek. Game log wise, the minutes are really weird for him. Obviously, good game against Milwaukee. They were winning that game, got in there a lot. Scared about that one. So just depending on where you want to go here, you could pay up at other positions. If we were to maybe switch out Miles Turner, and let's say we look at Orlando, we could look at Goga. Wouldn't mind him. The minutes have been there. The output's been a little bit weird. Splits-wise against Indy, played them one time and scored 36.5 fantasy points. So if we look at his game against Orlando, or against Indy, 4,800, scored 36.5. So he is in a good spot. Mo Wagner's in a good spot. Against Indy last time, 18.25. And he only played them. He played them twice, averaging 19.1. So I'm going to switch Miles Turner up for Goga. Now we're at 4,100, which opens up a little bit of value here. Jonathan Isaac against Indy. Game logs, we can see 18 fantasy points, played 15 minutes. The minutes are weird for Jonathan. That's the only problem with me. You got Cole Anthony. He is there as well. But if you just want to open it up to everybody at 4,100 now, instead of just Orlando, we could do that. And now we're looking at Chris Dunn and down. So you could look at Chris Dunn against Houston. Game log wise, the minutes are there the past couple of games. The output is different. It's at 4,100. Splits wise, he has not faced Houston this year. You could go Zaire Williams. Game logs, the minutes have been there the past 3 games. The fantasy points, 2 of 3 games. He's 3,900 in a game where they're probably getting blown out. He probably gets the bump in run. He played 23.2 minutes against Boston already this year, 25.5 fantasy points at 3,900. I will take Zaire Williams. So we're paying up for Darius Garland, Franz Wagner, and Giannis. You're paying down, obviously, for Cason Wallace, Zaire Williams, Alex Caruso as well. So this is more of a boomer bust lineup, but I don't mind this lineup at all. So that's one lineup for DraftKings. And now we'll go over to FanDuel, and we'll build you one FanDuel lineup. So first off for this lineup, versus Minnesota, I think I got to get in Scoot Henderson a little bit. Going to be a cheaper option. He's 5,000 going up against Minnesota. You can see the minutes have been there. He just faced Minnesota his last game. Went 20 minutes, 14 points, 27.8 fantasy points. I understand that was last night. I understand it's a back-to-back, and I think it's a little bit different than other sports. Another one is Chris Paul going up against Washington. A cheaper option. Game log, the minutes have been there for Chris. The last 3 games, 25-plus minutes in those games. Hasn't really equated out to much except for against Sacramento in that one. I like this matchup here against Washington. If you want to check out how these certain plays go against other teams, go to NBA points allowed by position. So if you were to just go to like points allowed by position, I'll let it load here, and then we'll kind of show you. Just for instance, this will be updated. These are through yesterday, so I have not updated this yet. But so if you are building your lineup and you're looking at Chris Paul, so how does Washington do against the point guard? So Washington against the point guard, they're giving up an average of 50.1 fantasy points per game. They rank 23rd in points, 23rd in rebounds, 22 in assists, 23 in steals. So if you look at Chris Paul and his game, his lines, the assists are there, the points are there, the rebounds kind of are there as well. So obviously the assists make a lot of sense with Chris Paul. So if you look at the assists for Wizards, they're ranked 22nd out of 30. So they're very bad against everybody. So Chris Paul at 5,900 is a little bit expensive, but I like the run he's been getting. Another one is Lou Dort. Again, in this one, I love this matchup if they're going to be playing from above. 35 minutes last game, 25.9 fantasy points, 5,100, a cheaper kind of value-ish type option. Another one is Alex Caruso. We already talked about that and the reasons behind it. Again, I think it's going to be a nice game for him. Love me some Franz Wagner tonight. I love this matchup for him. Probably one of my favorite plays. Jeremy Grant against Minnesota is priced up, but we can see just faced him, played 38 minutes in that game, 32 fantasy points, 6,200, averaging 30 fantasy points a game. I like that. We're paying up for Antetokounmpo. I love Giannis tonight. Another one is Julius Randle going up against Portland, 7,400. Minnesota didn't do much yesterday at 29 minutes, so played 29 minutes. But had 4 turnovers, 17.2 fantasy points. I think people will be off of him. I'll go the under-owned here. And then your center position. You can go different directions. We've got 6,100 here. So you can go Santi Aldama. You can go Carrington. Aldama with the Lakers has the highest over-under. Seeing if and he played them 31 minutes not too long ago, 32.9. But I think people will go with him. I could see other ones, but I personally am going to go with Nick Claxton against Boston. Game log wise, the minutes are there, 30 plus. He did have a down game, 24.5 against Boston last time, but I am going to take Nick Claxton. So now you can go different directions here. You can switch out Nick Claxton because you have 200 to work with. So you could go different directions at 6,100. Like we just talked about. So you could go with Jalen Duren against Milwaukee. If you look at him, 33.7 against Miami. He missed a couple of games. Has not played Milwaukee this year. You could go with Goga. Or no, we're gonna be 100. Yeah, you're gonna be $100 short to go with Goga. So that's unfortunate. So Aldama, Duren, Nick Claxton, Isaiah Stewart against Milwaukee. Game logs: 22 minutes, 29. 33 minutes against Houston, 35.1. He's 5,900. You could go different directions. They're obviously thinking they're going to be playing from behind. The minutes have been there for him. So different directions to go with. Maybe you do want to go with Stewart, 5,900. So then if we look at Milwaukee against the center position. So let's go center. And Milwaukee against the center position. They give up 10 I mean, they're pretty good against the center position. 3-pointers, 28. They're giving up 48.4. So maybe Stewart's not the best pick. So how about Milwaukee or Detroit against Milwaukee with Bobby Portis? So Detroit, you could look at them. So you've got the Pistons. They rank 15, 23rd, 25. So 30th in blocks. Then we look at how has Bobby Portis done. So game logs against them, the minutes are weird for Bobby, but if it is a blowout and he gets the extra run, I like that. So we've got two of those Milwaukee guys over there, 2 OKC. We've got Franz Wagner, and again, you can build a Orlando stack if you want as well. So that is a lineup, 300 on the table. Any questions, comments, concerns, get those down below. Make sure you check out the core plays and everything in our Discord. Have a fantastic Wednesday. There will not be a basketball video tomorrow because there's one game for some reason. So there's only one game for NBA tomorrow, so we will focus on the showdown for Thursday Night Football. We'll focus on all of the NFL content for the rankings, videos, and articles will be out there. We'll do stacks. For the weekend, we will break down the main slate. We'll build some lineups there for you as well. We'll have a ton of information. Go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!